Hello, today I'm looking at Majjhima number 92, the Sela Sutta, or translated as to Sela. Now the location is the country of the Anguttarapans at a town called Apana, or Arpana, sorry. And the people mentioned are Buddha, who's there with 1,250 monks or bhikkhus. There's also a person called Kenya, who's described as a matted hair ascetic. Also Sela, a Brahmin, and there's a mention of Sariputta, who's one of Buddha's leading followers, renowned as a teacher and his understanding of the Dhamma. Now, the sutta starts with Buddha being met by a local ascetic at Apana, and with Buddha giving a Dhamma talk to this person, Kenya. And in response, Kenya offers to provide the next day's meal to Buddha and his monks. But Buddha declines 3 times, as there's 1,250 monks to feed. But on Kenya's insistence, Buddha agrees, and so Kenya goes back to his own hermitage and organises his friends and companions to provide for the 1,250 guests. Now, also staying in Apana was the revered Brahmin Sela, who was the master of the 3 Vedas, or Vedas, skilled in languages, knew the marks of a great man, and a teacher to 300 Brahmin students. Now the ascetic Kenya had full confidence in the Brahmin Sela, and upon meeting Sela and his 300 students, Sela wondered what all the preparations were for that Kenya was doing for Buddha. And Sela thought or asked, was it for a wedding or a visit from a king, or was there some great sacrifice going to happen? And the ascetic Kenya replies that he is preparing a meal for Buddha and his 1,250 followers. The Brahmin Sela is intrigued. He knows of a Buddha who will either be a rich king, a rich, powerful and fair king, or if this Buddha chooses the homeless life, he will become fully enlightened. So with his 300 students, the Brahmin Sela goes to visit Buddha. And during the visit, the Brahmin Sela realizes that Buddha has the 32 marks of a great man. But Sela is still not sure if this is a Buddha or not. So then uses some ancient Brahmin teachings that say that enlightened ones reveal themselves as such when they are praised. So Sela begins by reciting how Buddha has the 32 marks of a great man, but asks why Buddha, with such beauty, is not a king with great lands and many devotees. Buddha replies that he is a king of the Dhamma. By means of the Dhamma, I turn the wheel that none can stop. So Sela asks, so who is your general? Who is it helps turn the wheel of Dhamma set in motion by you? Buddha replies, Sariputta, the Tathagata's son, helps me turn the wheel. What must be known is directly known. What must be developed has been developed. What must be abandoned has been abandoned. Thus, I am a Buddha. I am the one whose presence in the world is very rarely come upon. I am the fully enlightened one. Brahmin Sela is then convinced that Buddha is an enlightened one, and Sela says he will go forth under him. The 300 Brahmin students also say they will go forth under Buddha. So Sela, the 300 students receive full admission. In the morning, Buddha and his Sangha go by invitation to the meal prepared by the ascetic Kenya. where Buddha blessed the food, took part in the meal, and then departed. And not long after their full admission, the Brahmin Sela and his 300 students, through direct knowledge, they knew birth is destroyed, the holy life has been lived, what had to be done has been done, and there is no more coming to any state of being. So the whole group became arahants, that is, enlightened non-returners. And then Brahmin Sela went back to Buddha and addressed him, saying, "In the 8 days since we originally met, we have been tamed in your teachings. You are the sage, the conqueror of Mara, have cut off evil tendencies, surmounted all acquisitions, removed all the taints, freed from clinging, abandoned fear and dread. Here we 300 bhikkhus stand, hands held out in adoration. Let us worship the teacher."